record. And we're gonna start the show right now. Hey everyone! Why am I only getting one air horn? Come on, man. It's 3, 1. Okay. One last time. Here we go. Hey everyone! I'm Jeff from InThirdPerson.com, a personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. And we are playing Tetris 99 on the Nintendo Switch. It is the last day to get this Game Boy theme. It's on by default this weekend, but if you want to keep it past this event, you're going to have to play Tetris 99 and get to 100 points, which isn't too hard. Even in your worst case, like it's 100. 100 games is a lot, but still. Hey, Frisco, welcome back. Good to see you again. Let's go switch up this camera so we can go and get some Tetris action going. How you been? I hope you are having a good weekend. Get comfy here. Ugh. Yeah, the Game Boy. I should have prepared some more stuff to talk about with the original Game Boy, because I think that's a really interesting system to talk about. But I will wait for you, Frisco. Let me know how you've been, and then we will chat Game Boy stuff. Because, yeah, oh man, this music still gets me every time. I will never get tired of this music. That said, like as Randy was saying, oh geez, this may not be the best theme to play this game with. I love the Tetris 1 theme. I feel like I've gotten used to default Tetris 99 colors and music. Actually, I wish there was more music. The theme, though. Man, this is a really bad round of Tetris right now. That's okay. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. We may not be on for long. Jeez. Oh, man. This is looking real bad. I swear I'm better than this. Okay, we'll clean this up. We'll clean this up. But yeah, we got attacked really hard here. Alright. Okay. Alright. Almost there. Almost there. But yeah, we just been buried in junk blocks. And so yeah, I find in these scenarios, your best bet is to build combos. So take out one line at a time or a couple lines at a time. And yeah, we're throwing a ton of junk back at other people in that process. Didn't get any KOs though, unfortunately. Here we go. Now we smash. I'm back. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. It's the long weekend here in my neck of the woods, and my wife and I have just kind of been enjoying the weather. It's warmer. It hasn't been super hot yet, and it was kind of cloudy yesterday, but we got to do we've been doing a lot of yard work this week. We built a hammock. It's not like an original hammock tied between two trees and string and stuff. Like it is a Costco. I don't know if you have Costco where you are in the world, but it is this like portable hammock thing you buy from the store. You just like unfold it and then you attach the canopy on. It's really great. Yeah, I think making our backyard a more livable space in terms of like being able to hang out is definitely something we want to do more of. And yeah, the hammock helps for sure. We also set up the barbecue. Hey, Limonium, welcome. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you're doing well. Nice, you've been busy. Yes, I've been very busy. I watched some movies. We watched the Paige WWE movie, Fighting With My Family. Also stars The Rock and Vince Vaughn in it. It was cute. It was a retelling of her. How many wins do I have? I've got, last time we checked yesterday on stream, I got over 50. Not as part of this Maximus Cup, just over 50 in general. Last time on stream, we got 2. How about you, Lemonium? How many wins you got? And I see L. How about you, Frisco? Anything in particular you got going on this weekend? I've seen the trailer of that movie. Yeah, it was okay. Like, it's not... It has a lot of heart, I will say. It's not like an Oscar award-winning flick or anything like that, but I enjoyed it. And I think it helps if you enjoy, or like if you're familiar with Paige in the WWE. And yeah, her story's pretty crazy. Okay. Uh-oh. That was bad. Not liking these pieces right now. I've boxed myself. Okay, there we go. Fixed. Just keep chucking. Oh, jeez. Man, I get really sloppy with the drops sometimes. Like, I think my ability to dig myself out helps me out a lot. But there are times where, oh, I made that mistake, and now I'm gonna get buried. Ooh, Frisco, I see you got a message. I have nothing to do this weekend, so I've been playing some Overwatch and Climb to... I have no idea what that game is, but as long as you're having fun, that's cool. Overwatch, of course, yeah. I'm gonna be... Maybe I stream that Monday? It's a long weekend here. I've got Monday off. I might do that Monday morning. Though you're probably, like, at school at that point. We'll definitely get back to Overwatch at some point. I think we're in pretty good shape here. Of course, I say that, and then everything's gonna fall apart in one fell swoop. Alright. Didn't really get any T-spins that time. I've been trying to incorporate T-spins more into my game. I've only recently just gotten over the hump of like, okay, fine, I should actually add these to my skill set. Uh-oh. 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 That's gonna hurt. If we get the right pieces, we can fix that. But... okay, there. Okay. I gotta burn this early. Gotta believe. Uh-oh. I think we're toast, guys. Nah. That's okay. Frisco, but what morning for you I think is morning night for me, so I could watch. Okay. So, yeah. I might stream tomorrow morning my time, tomorrow afternoon, evening your time. We will see. It might be Overwatch, it might be something else. I might get weird because it's a long weekend here. I like to play weird games during holidays. But we are playing some Tetris 99 right now because it's the Maximus Cup. You can unlock this Game Boy skin. And... Lemonium, you don't have any wins. That's... I mean, I wouldn't feel too bad about it. Like, I understand, like, everybody wants to win, and I... would, like, just by the nature of this game... I'm pretty sure the vast majority of people who play Tetris 99 have never won Tetris 99. It's hard. There's a lot of people who are very good at Tetris playing this game, and sometimes you just get a bad break. Someone who's really good will just start attacking you, and then all of a sudden you're toast. Like, I've won of my fair share of games, but at the same time, I've also finished, like, 91st. where I just get attacked by, like, the best player in the room, and immediately I am eliminated. But yeah, Lemonium, tell me your Tetris story. What attracted you to Tetris 99? Were you a Tetris player before this, by chance? And Frisco, I don't know if we've talked to, I think... Oh no, we have talked about how you play Tetris. Oh yeah, Frisco, we talked about exam stuff last time, and I think you said you had 3 exam periods, which is a little different from my part of the world where it's 2. When is your next exam period? I'm curious to just understand how your school year works in your part of the world. Because I don't understand how 3 works if you also get a summer break. I hope you get summer break. Actually, June. Okay. Huh. Yeah, because our exam periods are January and June. So I don't know where you squeeze that 3rd one in. Like, our school year starts in September. Exam period January, exam period June. Then we're off for July, August. It's funny, this might be a controversial opinion. But I've heard the notion of, or like the idea of eliminating the summer from, like, not eliminating like summer period, but like the summer holidays for school, of taking that out of our education system. And the logic behind that, like, I know kids love summer here, and being able to take that time off of school, it's great. I lived for the summer growing up as a kid. I still love summer now, just my favorite time of the year. I get one with Christmas, one by Easter, and last one in June. Ah, okay, Easter. Got it. Huh, that's an interesting, a shorter turn, or a shorter cycle. Also, Lemonium, if you're still here, what is your highest placing so far in Tetris 99? I never really used to play Tetris, but my first Tetris game was Tetris on the DS. That is a fantastic one. I actually just had it on the desk, and I put it away because we were talking about Tetris DS yesterday. Tetris DS is probably still my all-time favorite Tetris game. So good. All the different modes. Had one of the first that I played with online play, and I played so much online play Tetris DS. Yeah, the one-on-one versus. I live for that. I see you have the Game Boy skin. Yes! So, the Maximus Cup is happening right now. And right now, you can play the game. If you get 100 points, you will unlock the Game Boy skin permanently. If you don't get 100 points, I presume the theme is just gone. So, definitely if you play Tetris 99 at all, make sure to be playing this now so you can go and get the skin. Oh, so where I was getting at. Oh, so the summer story. And how I've heard the argument that students shouldn't get a summer break anymore. And the summer break is actually a legacy thing. It wasn't necessarily because, oh, kids need to take a couple of months off school in order to rest their brains and come back strong for the next year. Summer break actually exists, at least in my part of the world, because parents needed their kids to come back home and work on the farm. And that's why summer holiday exists. But now that most kids don't work on farms, you don't necessarily need that time off, at least in the way that we used to. So, I mean, if we think about it, like, would you exchange summer off in order to finish school like 4 years early. Actually, would that be fair trade? If it's 2 months off, like 2 years early, I guess. That's such a long view thing. Like, as a kid, I'd be like, oh, I want my summer break, but there are benefits to just being done school earlier as well that I think as a grown-up I would have to think about a little more seriously. That also reminds me, the story of being a kid making really long-term decisions for yourself. At my office, many years ago, we had an intern, and he shared this crazy story with us. Oh man, top 10. Alright, story time. So, we had this intern, and he told us the story about, we were talking about how we got our first car. And this one intern, he said when he was 6 years old, his dad offered him a deal. And I think because this kid was really into cars, and his dad said, I will get you a car on your 16th birthday, but in exchange, I will not give you any birthday presents for the next 10 years. And he said, yep. The kid said, yep, I will take that deal. And so he waited 10 years, no birthday presents from his parents, and on his 16th birthday, got the car. And that got me thinking, like, as a 6-year-old, could I have had the foresight to make that deal? And I don't think I could. I remember getting a lot of great video games on my birthday, and a lot of money on my birthday, and for me to sacrifice, and this is just birthday presents for my parents, so it's not even relatives could give me stuff, friends could give me stuff. But the idea of just not getting birthday presents at the time seemed so important to me that I didn't care about a car. That's like so far ahead in the future, who cares? Could you have done that deal? I would do it like the Netherlands. They have only 1 month summer break, but they have more vacation in the school year. Oh, okay. See, we have 2 months. As a normal kid, you would never accept that deal. Yeah, I don't think kids have the foresight to make that kind of deal. Of, like, be off school 2 years early in exchange for no summer. I also have 2 months. Ah, okay. Throw down a marker here real quick. So yeah, Frisco, I know in the past we've talked about some travel stuff. Do you have any vacation plans this summer? Yeah, I know we brought this up. I remember, I'm pretty sure it was you, one time we were talking, and you mentioned your dreams of traveling. I'm going to be doing some traveling this summer. This year, not. Ah, that's unfortunate. I will be doing some traveling this summer. Actually, getting closer to you. I will be, for like 2 weeks, my wife and I are going to be traveling to London and Paris. So really excited to go back to Europe. It's been a long time since I've been. I'm going to Spain, Limonium. Oh, awesome. Without getting... Yeah, I have never been to Spain. I would love to go. Off the top of my head, unfortunately, I can't think of any major things I would want to see in Spain, but... Spain does seem like one of the cooler places in the world that I would love to visit. My dream vacation spot is Japan. I think a big part of it is my love of video games and some of the anime stuff. Yeah, I love just Japanese culture. And it seems like they have a very crazy, very exciting world over there. Interesting mix of like super old and super new. I have already been twice. Okay. So, then tell me then, Limonium. What should I be trying to check out when I get the chance to go to Spain? What are the things to see and do? Also, as a heads up, yeah, when Steph and I go on vacation in June to London and Paris, the stream won't be running for a couple of weeks, but I will have some premieres scheduled. So it's going to be a mix of some of my favorite stuff and some stuff you've probably never seen before. Because, yeah, I've been doing video for a number of years now. Most of it people have not seen. So I'm going to resurface some of that stuff as well. There'll actually be more stuff going on the channel while I am gone than what's happening when I'm here normally. And yeah, guys, if you have... Actually, yeah, travel. Really interesting point of conversation here. I've been trying to write a blog post about travel for a couple days now. I've had a really hard time articulating my thoughts on travel, but I enjoy traveling. I didn't get to travel much. Oh, Lemonium, thank you so much for the follow. Truly appreciated that. Yeah, I appreciate your company, so thank you so much. I hope to see you here more often, whenever you get the chance. Uh-oh, there we go. Let's get those W's. Yeah, travel stuff. I didn't get to travel a lot growing up as a kid. Traveling it's really expensive. My family didn't have a lot of money to go on family vacations much. Like, as a family, we've only been like out of the country, like on a plane together once, and that was because my grandmother passed away, and my grandmother's like wish was to be buried in the Philippines, her home country. So yeah, we didn't really get a chance to travel much. I've traveled more as an adult with Steph, who's traveled a lot more than I have. And we've been to London, we've been to Hawaii together, I've been to Cuba before, I've been to a number of parts of the United States, been to New York City twice, been to Michigan once, Chicago a couple of times. And I think the thing that always sticks with me when I travel is I love the way it expands my worldview. Because I vividly remember, like, going to the Philippines, and also we're probably gonna lose here, but we're gonna try and fight this out as best we can while I go on this story here. Ah, it's done. It's done. Well, we didn't get to see anything. We just chilled and went to the beach and stuff. Okay, I mean, the beach is good. Beach is a good time. I actually can't swim, so I just like to just kind of walk around in the beach, especially if the beach is nice and warm. If it's cold, like, oh, it's tough. And if the water's clear, I don't like just beaches where you just see dirt or it's cloudy. Like, no, thank you. Yeah, just talking about travel and the things that always stick with... I love the memories. I love seeing different sites of the world, but I just love the most about travel how it opens up my worldview and understanding that the world is a bigger place than what I see in my backyard. Like, going to the Philippines in particular, like, I remember, like, I hated the trip at the time as a kid, but the big thing I take away from that is understanding that there are different people who have different views on the world, who have different, like, festivities and ways that they celebrate and ways that they live their life, and they wake up at different times and carry about their lives in different ways. And I think being able to see and experience that myself is always the thing that sticks with me. And I feel like I learn a little bit more about the world every time I travel, and not just like, here's the Eiffel Tower and it's like this tall. It's, yeah, definitely more the stuff about people and culture and worldviews and the way that we as humans live, and seeing how people do it differently is the part I find coolest about traveling. Because I remember, yeah, in the Philippines, we got off the plane and my uncle picked us up. And he picked us up in this vehicle called a Tamarao. I think it has different names in different parts of the world. But it's basically like a pickup truck with 2 benches on the back, and there's no windows in the back. And so this felt like a super unsafe vehicle to me. We don't have anything like this in Canada. And there's no cushions on the benches, so it's just a metal bench. And as we were driving away, this kid jumps on the tail of the truck. He says something in Tagalog. I don't speak Tagalog, so I had no idea what he said. He jumped on. My uncle replied, and then the kid just jumped off the moving truck. I'm like, wait, what the hell just happened here? And he was like, oh, the kid was just selling newspapers. Like, wait, what? Are you serious? You're jumping on and off of moving vehicles just to sell a newspaper? And yeah, that he absolutely was. That's just part of the way of life over there. And that was just the start, tip of the iceberg of like, wow, I'm really not at home right now. This is a different place, different world, different rules, different mindset on life. And that was fascinating in hindsight. In the immediate term, I didn't appreciate it at all. Just like, man, this place is weird. Oh, gee, whoa. Can we... Okay, there we go. Uh-oh, we might die really fast here, though. Man. Okay, we squeezed our way out of that one. I didn't like burning that straight line there, but... Yeah, whoever is attacking us, we need to get them to chill. This is not cool. It is way too early to get sunned out of this game. Yeah, is there any sort of crazy stories like that about how... something that stood out to you when you've traveled, about like the people and the places you've been, or how things operate? Like when I think about the last time I went to London, I remember like somewhere, I think Piccadilly Circus is where it was. There was this, it was a public urinal, and I'd never seen this before. It was just, okay, I might need my hands for this. It was an outdoor urinal unit. It's just in the middle of the street, and there's like urinal, sort of like in a triangle formation, and it was just a place for people to pee outside, and I'd never seen that before. And I was like, wait, this is really unusual for me, and like I didn't see anyone use it there, but I guess it's okay for the people of London that they just have that out there as an option. I'm personally not comfortable with it, but that's because I've lived my whole life never seeing that before. Maybe if I did grow up in London or other parts of the world, I would be totally okay with urinating in that particular circumstance. I was not. What other things stick out? Like, I remember talking to... This is in Hawaii now. Like, we're going all over the world with these stream stories now. When I went to Hawaii, my wife and I went on a tour. We bought, like, a tour package that... We rode on this bus, and they took us to, like, some of the major beaches. Oh, okay, hold up. I see Frisco's message here. Alright, Frisco, when things cool off here just a little bit, I will reply. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, when we were in France and we were going to the lake next to our camping, and there were women without swim clothes. Oh! Oh. Okay. I have a story about that too. Was this a... Now, when you say without swim clothes, do you mean like they were in t-shirts and shorts? Or do you mean no clothes? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Because if it's the no clothes, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, I have a story for that as well. I guess while you reply to that, I will tell you my beach story. And this isn't me being naked on the beach. No, I would never do that. Uh-oh. This is bad. Yeah, we're dead right here. No, but naked. Okay! Okay. So, yeah, I guess in some parts of the world that is more acceptable and maybe not so much in others. And actually, hold up. Let me back up. I have a story. I have a story. I have lots of stories, but this one in particular. My wife and I went to Toronto Island a couple of years ago. It was a sunny day, and Toronto Island, it's like in the downtown core, but like it's in the middle of Lake Ontario. You have to take a ferry to get over there. And some of the things that are over there, it's best known for its amusement park, which is called Centerville, or Centerville. And then there's people actually live on the island, but maybe the most curious thing about the island is that it actually has a nude beach. And I'd never been to the nude beach before. Every time I'd gone to that island, I always went to the amusement park. And on this particular day, my wife and I we're just going to do a lap around the island, walk all the way around and see what it had. And so the nude beach came up. There were signs for it, and we're like, it's clothing optional. So sorry, there's a difference. Clothing optional means you don't have to wear clothes if you don't want to, and nude beach is you have to be naked. Everyone has to be naked. Do I have the family-friendly tag on, by the way? Okay, so we went to the clothing optional beach just to take a peek and not stare. I just wanted to get an idea of what that experience was like. And I will tell you, it is the most beautiful view of the city of Toronto that you'll ever see. And not so much because of the nude people, but because like the angle at which you are viewing the city is amazing from the clothing optional beach. And as far as the people go, most people were still clothed, but some people were not. I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's go play some more Tetris. And the weird thing was there were so many children around. Yeah. I think that different countries have different levels of acceptance for nudity and sexuality. In North America, I know we're very sensitive about that stuff. And I'm going to try and not make this overly not family friendly, because I try to be a family. Let me type. Yeah, I've got the family friendly tag on. So, but I think there's some stuff within this subject we can talk about as a family friendly conversation. Different parts of the world have different views on what is acceptable and what is not. And in the western part of the world, I think nudity and sex is very much like, oh, very taboo. Meanwhile, violence is generally okay in our media. We watch movies where hundreds of people get killed, no problem. And in other parts of the world, it's reversed, where sex is fine. It's totally a natural part of being a human being, and violence, nope, gotta cut that part out. We don't like it. And so I'm not trying to say one way or another is better. I'm just saying that, again, like the culture of people is different depending on where you go, and it's kind of fascinating to see the differences. And I will say, like, one of the things that I found really interesting about London and England when I was there was that, like, I've always... I don't know, England always seemed like such a faraway place to me. But having traveled there, the culture is actually a lot like Canada. I think I felt, and this is a weird phenomenon that I'm going to have a hard time articulating, I felt a lot more at home in England than I ever have in the US. And I've been to a number of different parts of the US, and the United States is just south of here. I could drive to the US in under 2 hours right now. But, like, culturally, the US is a very different place from Canada. I mean, there are some lovely people in the US, and some of my amazing friends are from the US. Shoutouts to Jason, shoutouts to JJ, shoutouts to Chris and Rachel over at Double Jump, twitch.tv/xDoubleJump. I work for an American company, but, like, there are some things about American culture that are very different from Canadian culture that I'm going to have a really hard time articulating. And I don't think I'm going to be able to right this moment. But yeah, it was just this weird thing of, like, England is so much farther away from my home, and yet it feels more like home. I don't know what it is. That was a terrible round of Tetris, by the way. Oh man, Cuba was fascinating when I went there. Like, so Cuba it's a communist country run by, I think it's Raul Castro at this point, but Fidel, when I was there, was not well, but still under dictatorship. And I remember vividly, like, I was told a lot that the food was not great. And I remember eating the hotel food, and no, it was not great. But there's a whole reason for that. Like, with the way that the system works, there's, like, no incentive for people to be, like, good at being chefs or make good food. And in particular, like, yeah, the government runs, like, everything. So, but there are, like, still places that serve good food that are underground. Like, there was one restaurant, I vividly remember this. We went to what looked like just, like, a residential building complex. And so we're, like, I have no idea where we're going. My coworkers are taking me to lunch. I knew we were going to lunch, but I was like, wait, why are we in this residential building? And so we get up to, I can't remember what floor it was, maybe the 4th or 6th, something like that. And now we're basically, like, they'd converted most of that floor in that apartment building into a restaurant. And I was like, wait, what? Why do we have restaurants in the middle of residential buildings? And apparently it's like supposed to be a secret restaurant that the government doesn't know about. Though I've heard in recent years the government has gotten a little more lax on those types of establishments. But yeah, just because of the way the government has run particular things, it's driven independent like chefs and restaurateurs to set up restaurants in their apartment building. It was crazy. Food was delicious, though. That was some of the best food that I had in Havana while I was there. And yeah, the hotel food was not great, but the restaurants in really weird places that my coworkers took me to were awesome. And Havana, just like such a fascinating place. One of my coworkers put it best, like, it is a place that froze in the 1950s. And just the whole, with relations with the US falling apart and the embargo, they didn't really have the resources to improve the city and keep up with the times. And so, like, a lot of Havana is just, imagine, like, 1950s America just run down. And it's beautiful in a way. Like, seeing these old vintage buildings, and a lot of them are in rough shape, but there's a beauty to that as well. And just to think, like, yeah, it's a fascinating to see. I don't know if I want to live there, but in a couple of years, probably in a couple of years, the U.S. and Cuba have started to get along a little better. People from the States are starting to travel there now a little bit. But, like, at a certain point, I think globalization will... Now I'm using, like, big words that maybe I don't know the full context of, the full meaning of. But I think at a certain point, Cuba is going to get modernized and look like every other country in the world. And in the grand scheme of things, it's for the better that the people who live there will ultimately get better conditions eventually, but the way that country looks and operates in its current form is fascinating, and it's probably going to go away eventually. That's kind of a weird thing to think about. Yeah, feel free to share your travel stories and kind of the stories that made you realize that the world is a bigger place than you thought, in terms of the way that people do things, attitudes towards the world, stuff like that. Or you can continue to let me rant. I can do that too. I got lots of stories. Another one. Oh, this is the Hawaii story, which I dropped the ball on earlier in the stream. My wife and I went to Hawaii for our honeymoon, and one of the things we did was we bought a tour package. And on this particular tour, this bus was going to take us to like a bunch of different landmarks, and we were going to end with scuba, with what's it called? Snorkeling. That's it. Snorkeling. And we struck up a conversation with one of the people who worked as part of the tour. And she was like in her early 20s. She was born and raised in Hawaii. And she'd asked us like how much we love the island, and yeah, go on please. Okay. And like this was towards the later end of our stay in Hawaii. And my wife, she'd asked us like how we loved Hawaii, like if we loved Hawaii, how much we were enjoying it. And at that time, my wife and I were like, oh my god, Hawaii is amazing. I still think Hawaii's amazing, by the way. Definitely go visit if you get the chance. Hawaii's amazing. I could see wanting to live here forever. And the tour guide actually had a really interesting perspective on that. Despite the fact that she's living in a tropical paradise while still getting a lot of the benefits of being a United States state with culture and stuff. She was like, it's okay, I guess. Like, wait, what? The weather's beautiful here all the time. You have access to beaches all the time. The food is delicious. Like, why would you not want to stay here forever? And she brought up some really interesting points. She brought up the fact that a lot of stuff in Hawaii is more expensive than on the mainland, because a lot of stuff has to be shipped here by boat, and so they have to charge extra for things. But her biggest thing was just culturally. Not a lot of people, like, if you want to go see concerts, there's not a lot of music artists that tour in Hawaii. Culturally, there's not a lot of stuff for teenagers and young adults to do to party. Hawaii is very much centered around stuff for families. And so a lot of family-friendly attractions, and if you want to go to the beach, great. But if you want to go to the club, like, there's not that many options for you there. If you want to go to, like, amusement parks and stuff that young adults want to do that aren't the beach, there's just not a lot of options for you there. And so she really loved visiting mainland US for that type of stuff, the nightlife. And it got me thinking, oh, huh. It's interesting when the shoe is on the other foot, what the world looks like. XTony9999, hey, welcome! Thank you for the heart. I'm not sure if you're loving me, loving the stories, loving the Tetris 99 action, but I appreciate the love. And I don't know if I've seen you here in the chat before, but welcome. If you have, welcome back, and I apologize for not remembering. How are you? But they are 24/7, so it's normal for them. Exactly. Just as someone who lives where I am, where it's basically winter for 6 months of the year, I just think, like, man, I want this summertime forever, and I take all the other stuff, like, I live in a place where there's no shortage of nightlife here, there's no shortage of amusement attractions and concerts and that type of stuff to partake in here. It's just cold for half of the year. What other parts of the world? Oh, we're top 5. Alright, give me a second to concentrate here. Let's go get these W's. Get a W. We haven't won on stream yet today, so... We try and win at least one match in every Tetris 99 stream. There's only one time where we haven't won on stream before, and that was because I was doing a short stream. Also, because I didn't play well enough to get a win. I'm not gonna... I can't make excuses. I can't make all the excuses for myself. I gotta take at least a little bit of accountability here, and that was probably a bad drop. That was a bad drop as well. But we're close. Alright, send me your power, guys. Whatever... I think there's an emoji for that with the... It looks like Kirby, like, with the 2 hands. Oh, geez, we're... Oh, no. We were close. Number 2... Oh! That sucks. That sucks. Alright. Let's run it back. If you get a chance in Hawaii, like, man, Hawaii is so beautiful. Love the way it actually... Here's another thing that I didn't realize about Hawaii. Oh, man, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you for the rip. So yeah, X-Tony, how you been? And did you get the Game Boy skin yet for permanently unlock the skin for Tetris 99? Yeah, that's the dude right there. All right, next time we get top 5, I'm gonna need a couple of those. Oh, jeez, not gonna get to top 5 playing like that though. It's actually funny now that we're thinking about, like, understanding worldview and understanding the world. Here's another story from Hawaii. Good, yeah, I'm at like 1,000 points. Awesome! Good stuff. How many times have you won in Tetris 99? So yes, Hawaii story. I came back from Hawaii, and one of the things I bought was a hoodie. It was this, like, thick sweater, University of Hawaii. And my cousin, who hadn't been to Hawaii at that time, she was like, wait, you have a Hawaii sweater? And I was like, yeah, I have a sweater. And she's like, why would they even sell sweaters in Hawaii? It's hot all the time. And before I went to Hawaii, I thought the exact same thing, and that's not actually true. Yo, 20. Okay, cool. That's a pretty decent clip. Good job, man. Yeah, I used to think Hawaii was just hot all the time, and it's not. At nighttime, it actually gets really cold. So, I don't know temperatures in Fahrenheit. I do Celsius. So, like, temperatures at night get to, like, the mid-teens, like a 14, 15 degrees. And in the daytime, like, at its peak, it's in the low 30s, which is weird when you think about it in those terms, because, like, Canada gets colder than that, but Canada also gets hotter than Hawaii. Just in terms of raw temperature, it gets hotter in Canada than Hawaii. And I didn't realize that until I went there myself. And it was just a cool little tidbit of world knowledge that I picked up along the way in my travels. And so Tony, you got, I'm guessing, yeah, you got 1,000 points. You got that Game Boy skin. Did you ever play Tetris on the Game Boy growing up? Or at any point? I'm old enough to remember playing Tetris on the Game Boy. I actually have the Game Boy cart here, just off to the side. But people discover... I mean, Tetris at this point is a decades-old game that people are discovering all throughout history. So, you never know. Oh, here's some other stuff about, like, the world and different... I have the cart and the Game Boy, but never played it. Oh, dude! I mean, it looks a lot like this. There's only... It's actually multiplayer, the Game Boy version, but you need, like, another Game Boy, you need the cable. It's a whole thing. I've never actually played head-to-head Tetris on the Game Boy version, but I played a lot of single-player. All you need, really, IMO with that version of Tetris. So yeah, Tony, we were also talking about travel. Have you had the opportunity to travel? And if so, where have you been? Yeah, I've just been sharing stories, and we've all been sharing stories about things we've learned in other parts of the world that we wouldn't have by staying at home. And so we just shared a story about Hawaii. I shared a story earlier about my time in London. Oh, we were about to talk. Okay, so here's one. We're about to talk about Canada, which is my neck of the woods. Our McDonald's menu. McDonald's is doing a promotion, and I love Here's an interesting thing. I love visiting McDonald's in different parts of the world. Because I don't know if you know this, but McDonald's has... I've been to Florida. Okay, I have been as well, and we can talk about Florida in a second. Where are you... Without going into specifics, I don't want, like, your address and postal code or anything like that. Whereabouts in the world are you from? Just to give me some context of how big... Well, how much of a trip Florida is for you. And, yeah, so we were talking about Canada. They're doing a promotion right now, and they've added some... Hold on. I'm getting all caught up here. Let's start this story from the top. I love to visit McDonald's in different parts of the world because McDonald's menus are different by region. They always like to put in different meals that are relevant to the audience of that community. And so in Canada right now, they are actually offering fish and chips. It's haddock and fries. McDonald's fries. And it's fish because out in the east coast of Canada, there's a lot of fishing going on. Your Newfoundlands and New Brunswicks. And so that's kind of a nod to that particular part of Canada. And then also, representing the west coast part of Canada, is that they have a Nanaimo bar flavored McFlurry. And so if you've never heard of the Nanaimo bar before, it is this, like, dessert that it's a 3-layer dessert. The top layer is chocolate. The middle layer is a custard butter. And the bottom layer is like a coconut crumble. You don't actually bake it or anything. You just kind of piece it together. It's amazing. Nanaimo bars are delicious. I had no idea that was Canadian until relatively recently. And so yes, if you come to Canada in the next few weeks or months, definitely try the Canadian-specific fish and chips and see what's there. Okay, you've been to Canada. Oh, yeah, I am also from Canada then. Welcome, A. New dude to boot. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Really, I can't do the really bad Canadian, the stereotypical Canadian accent. Okay, here's one thing about Florida. And I think this is probably about the US as a whole. Proportion size for food is crazy there. And like my wife and I visited Orlando a couple years ago, and just like the food is so cheap, and you get so much of it in any given serving. And the thing that always like freaked me out the most was the turkey leg, because like imagine like a full size. I mean, Tony, you've been to Florida, you've probably seen this, but for everybody else who hasn't been to Florida yet, they serve a full turkey leg as a snack. You can go to a stand and just buy this giant turkey leg that they assume an individual person is just going to like hold on to the bone and just eat it like that, like Flintstones type stuff. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like in I would see that turkey leg in Canada at Christmas time, and we would put it on like a serving plate, and we would cut it up and serve it between 4 people. That is not a snack that we would eat for just one person, just biting it off the bone. That is crazy. Well, that is different. I don't want to say crazy. It is something that is alien to me. I don't want to sit here burning bridges with everybody in the world. But the turkey leg experience, and there were so many vendors that were just selling turkey legs as snacks. Like, really? This is what we do here? Okay. But yeah, okay, what parts of Florida were you in? And what did you see? I went to Orlando, and we drove a little bit. We saw NASA while we were there. We actually had a bit of a scare while we were there. We were watching this like stage show that was depicting the first time the US landed on the moon. And we got like a tropical warning storm, and they went over the PA system, interrupted the show like, hey, we've got a tropical warning storm coming in. We are locking down the premises to make sure everybody's okay. And for that 45 minutes or so, I was just like, oh my god, we're going to die in this storm. You've been to Sarasota and went to Orlando. All right, I've been to Orlando. That was where my wife and I spent most of our time. Well, Orlando area. We like where Disney World is. We went to Disney World. We went to Universal Studios as part of our vacation there. And we did downtown Orlando on our very last day on the way to the airport. And yeah, it's very sunny there. One thing I will say, and again, not trying to burn bridges with America or anything, I think American radio was really bad. I think as a Canadian, they play like Canada has laws around the percentage of music that you are playing. 35% of the music has to be from a Canadian artist or like be made by Canadians in some shape or form. Whether they perform the song, write the song, produce the song, or the song was recorded in Canada. 35%. And this has led to some stuff where, like growing up as a kid, I was like, oh, I don't want to hear Cardinal Official again. You hear a lot of Celine Dion growing up, a lot of Shania Twain, and like super local artists as well, like Choclair and stuff like that. But when you go to the States and they don't have that law, and they just play whatever, Ariana Grande 80 million times a day. Like, I remember seeing the stats on this when I used to work in the radio industry. Like, your top pop station would play Ariana Grande, like whatever the hottest song is at the time, like 30 times a week, 36 times a week. And in the States, like an equivalent station would play that song 150 times a week. And so, yeah, the repetition on the radio in the US is way higher than in Canada. And primarily because they don't, well, they're not forced to, they don't have to protect the heritage of American artists, because that's what's popular in the world right now. Other stories. Oh man, that reminds me. All right, so you guys are going on a war. Oh jeez. Okay, hold up. Okay, we can squeeze out. You're going on a world tour with me, just hearing all the travel stories. When I went to Havana. Oh, we're gonna. Yeah, we're done. We're done. That was a bad run. Sorry. When I went to Havana. Let me switch the camera here. This is gonna be a short one. When I went to Havana, I saw a total of 1 movie theater. And that 1 movie theater had 1 movie. And the movie they were showing was Magic Mike. And it's not even like Magic Mike was new. Magic Mike was many months to a year old at that point. And I found it crazy, like, we're in the capital of this country. They've got 1 movie theater, and this is the 1 movie that they're showing. And not to say Magic Mike is a bad movie. I have no idea. I've never seen it. The subject matter is not my cup of tea or in my field of interest. But this is the movie? I don't know. Interesting choice. Also, my glasses are super dirty. I gotta clean these real quick. So, Tony, while you were in Florida, what did you enjoy about Florida? What did you not enjoy? And for everybody else, like, feel free to share your travel stories, different parts of the world. I would love to know, like, everything about the world at some point, and experience it all for myself, but it's gonna be some time before I get to see everything. But part of why I love streaming is being able to talk to you guys who are all over the world, and I get to hear your perspectives on the world you live in and the life you lead and just the different cultures and how people handle things. So feel free to share. The heat was nice. Yes, as a Canadian. That's what I've been saying. It's like winter 6 months of the year here, so being able to feel hot weather, like, I'll take it as much as I can. I would be a 12-month summer type of dude if I could. Though I think I'm going to be staying in Canada. I don't permanent residence in another part of the world or in the US. Like, I think I'd rather stay here for the time being. I hope I'm not starting World War III with these stories, man. I'm not trying to, like, throw shade at any other country or anything like that. Just discussing similarities and differences, that's all. I have people that I am friends with and love all over the world. What other stuff? Here, super random one. Okay. Years ago, when my wife and... Or not my wife and I. This is way before. I was like a kid at this point. We were going to the Philippines, and we had a layover in Hong Kong for a couple of hours. And I had to go use the bathroom, as you do. And I noticed the bathrooms were shorter. Like, the toilets were shorter. The height of the toilet was not the same. And I was very confused by that. But I know there are other parts of the world that have, like, the hole in the floor. I've never seen that before, and I would have no idea how to use it. So even just how we go to the bathroom, it can vary from place to place. But I think, yeah, we talked about England has that too, that public urinal thing. It's fascinating stuff. And it actually made me realize, like, at Disney, they had, like, I gotta go see it. Thank you so much, X-Tony, for dropping by. Appreciate the company. Take care, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your long weekend as a fellow Canadian, wherever you are. Take care. Man, oh, okay, here. Random sightseeing I did in New York, and I hope I don't get a restraining order for this. I think it's a fun story, but the last time my wife and I were in New York, it was a couple years ago, and we went to see the musical Hamilton. We were there just for the weekend, and so on the first night, we were just, like, wandering around the streets of Manhattan, and I was like, wait, Taylor Swift lives around here, right? And because I remember, like, a couple years ago, she moved to New York City, and she has, like, a building here, and I was like, how hard do we think it would be to, like, figure out where Taylor Swift lives? Did a quick Google search, found the building, and we went and did a little trip, and then we're like, oh, here it is. This is Taylor Swift's house. Oh, jeez. And so, yeah, that was kind of... Apparently, she has, like, the top... Without going into too much detail. And I swear I'm not a stalker. I am a Taylor Swift fan, and I was just curious. And I didn't try and, like, run up into her building or anything like that. I was just like, oh, here's where she lives. That's crazy. Yeah, she has the top 2 floors of that building. And yeah, dude, just got me thinking about, like, real estate as well. I remember seeing signs in New York, Manhattan, that were advertising, like, 700 square foot condos starting at $1 million. Like, really? $1 million? And I know the real estate is super tight over there. Like, parking is nuts in New York City as well. Like, $30 an hour. Like, ugh. Space is so tight, and it's a super crowded city, and people want to be there. But yeah, $1 million for 700 square feet. Like, I've lived in a... My wife and I, before we bought this house, lived in a 700 square foot condo. And, like, and even the price that we were being offered when we had the opportunity to buy it, like, at a little less than half of that, we're like, man, that is a lot of money for not a lot of space. And for the price to be even, like, astronomically higher is nuts. And, like, I remember in the 90s watching, like, it was one of those, like, house hunting shows, and it was this, like, England rap producer, and he was like, I want to buy a flat in London. And again, 700 square feet for, like, £1 million. Like, what? Man. The real estate is no joke in certain parts of the world. But yeah, Manhattan, crazy expensive, but, like, there are places in the US where houses are crazy cheap. What other stuff? I have another story that's gonna require the floor, and I don't know if I don't want to mess around with the camera rig. But yeah, guys, feel free to share any travel stories you guys have about realizing that, oh, the world is different than I thought. Or maybe you went somewhere super foreign and then saw something familiar. That's cool too. That actually reminds me. When I was in Havana, we were walking, one of my coworkers and I were walking the streets of Havana, and we saw one baseball cap. And the baseball cap was for our local sports team, our local baseball team. And I was like, wait, what? Oh, okay. And I thought that was really cool, that there was that one slice of home even though we were so far away. And it was like a local resident wearing this hat. I thought that was really cool. I don't want to burn that right now, but okay. In my mind, just like...
Yeah, right?
Hey, X-Tony, thank you so much for the follow. I truly appreciate that. And again, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you're enjoying it. Hope you get some barbecue in there, do other Canadian stuff. All the Canadian things. I guess we could talk about, like, my native land. We have poutine here. I don't know if you guys have tried poutine or know what poutine is. But poutine is basically French fries. Start with fries. You pour gravy on that. And then you top it off. Well, okay, hold on. I got the order wrong. I'm so not Canadian. So you get French fries. You put cheese curds on there. Not like melted cheese. Like chunks of cheese. And then you put gravy over top. It is delicious. And it's weird. Like, I've tried gravy in... or poutine in, like, other parts of the world, and it's not the same. I don't know what it is. But it is a Canadian delicacy if you get a chance. That and the Nanaimo bars. You gotta try out. If you ever come over here. Other travel stories. You guys still want travel stories? I got more. I'm just trying to think of, like, the other places I've been. Oh, geez, that was a really bad drop. Oh, an even worse drop. Terrible, terrible. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, we are... Oh, hold on, we can still fix this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Not quite dead yet? Oh, we actually knocked someone out along the way here. Uh-oh, we're probably toast now, though. Yep. We had a good run there. Had a good run. Travel stories. Here's one. My cousins and I, a couple years ago, we went to Vegas. I don't know if I've talked about this on stream before, but we went to Vegas. I know they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and I'm not going to air out any particular dirty laundry here. But one of the things we did was we went to a shooting range with, like, live guns. I've never fired a real gun in my life. I'm not here to... I'm not pro-gun or anything like that. This is not that discussion. We went to, like, a shooting range, and it's super cheap to do it. Like, $25, you get, like, a pistol and 3 clips to shoot at a target. And I remember a couple of things of that experience. They had, like, a ladies' night package, and one of them included using a Hello Kitty AK-47. And it was an AK-47 that was colored pink, and it had Hello Kitty stickers on it. And the other thing I remember, like... There's 2 other things I remember. One, like, I'd never really thought about like the power of shooting a gun until I actually shot a gun. And I came away with it with like two feelings. One, holy cow, this is amazing. I think the sense of power you have when you like pull the trigger and you see that thing go and the kickback you feel, like, it's awesome. I love that sensation of firing a gun. At the same time, I'm holding this gun like, oh dude, I can end someone's life right now with this. This power is crazy. And I don't want this in my day-to-day life. I don't want this thing like anywhere near my regular life or anything like that. Like, I'll go to a controlled area and fire these things here and there, but outside of that, like, no. I don't want anything to do with guns personally. So it was a cool experience. Like, I learned a lot about like guns and the experience of using one there. And on the way out, you're walking in, we're still in like the gun shop, like slash firing range, shooting range. Firing range is a different thing. So we're in a shooting range, and just beside the shooting range was actually a wedding chapel. Like, you could actually get married in a shooting range. Talk about a shotgun wedding, right? Ba-doom. And that's a real life thing. I didn't set that up just to tell that joke. Also, hey Randy. This was an interesting point to join the stream. Yeah, we're just talking about traveling. And I know you've done a lot of traveling. And we are just talking about, like, the different experiences we've had around the world that made us realize that the world was a big and different place than what we thought. And just how our travel experiences have enriched our worldview. And so, yeah, if you've got any stories from your travels about, like, things you saw or experienced that made you go, like, oh, this is different, or this is weirdly similar, and something that maybe you didn't expect. So, yeah, I've told them about, we've talked a bit about London, my time in Florida, my time in Cuba. Canadian-specific McDonald's items. Like right now, I don't know if you've seen this, Randy. McDonald's has fish and chips now. And they also are offering Nanaimo bar-flavored McFlurries. Alright, let's... Oh wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, that came in the recent set of coupons that McDonald's just sent out. So I don't blame you for not knowing that. Also, we might lose super early here, and that's gonna suck. Yeah. We're better than this, guys. We are better than this. We're gonna win one. I know we got the second place earlier, so if we can get to 2, we can get to 1. If you're just tuning in, I'm Jeff from InThirdPerson.com, a personal look at video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. And, of course, playing Tetris 99 on this Game Boy skin. If you haven't unlocked the Game Boy skin yet, make sure to do that today. I'm pretty sure today is the last day of the event. So make sure to get it. Boom, 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 boom. I'm trying to remember other things. I still vividly remember one time in the Philippines. Oh, I remember reading a story about how they offered fish and chips as a promo in the Philippines, but people weren't familiar with them, so they called it fish and fries instead. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Philippines in the McDonald's in the Philippines. I think they still offer longanisa, which is like a sausage, as well as I'm pretty sure spaghetti is on the menu there as well. Yeah, regional McDonald's items. I love it. I always try and the regional McDonald's things. As far as region to the US, I'm super jealous of the deal on McNuggets, chicken McNuggets. You can get 20 McNuggets for $5 in the States. And it's funny, like, Canada charges way more for the 20 nuggets than the US. But in Canada, they always advertise it as a meal for 2 people. Versus in the States, it's just for 1. Here's a fast food one. Years ago, my uncle took a couple of my cousins and I... Oh, yeah, 20 McNuggets for $5 is the best deal. Yeah, for sure. My uncle took my cousins and I to Michigan, where we went to watch the NCAA tournament. We saw a couple of rounds. Oh, geez, this is not good at all. And we're probably gonna get pieced out here again under unfortunate... Oh, hold on. Gotta believe, right? No. Okay. Can we pull this off? Its speed is... Oh, there it is! Woo! Okay, we can breathe now. What was I gonna say? Oh, what's it called? We went to Michigan for the NCAA tournament, and our last day there, we demanded that he take us to White Castle. Now, this is around the time Harold and Kumar Goes to White Castle had come out, and we wanted to try it. Like, we saw it in the movie, and we wanted to try it for ourselves. And man, it is literally the worst fast food I've ever had in my life. I was physically ill after eating 2 of those mini slider burgers, and I wanted to throw up the entire day. And I'd never tasted fast food that bad before, to the point where, like, I feel like in Canada it wouldn't even pass, like, whatever the food code is here. And not even just, like, it tastes good, but just, like, something was wrong here, and it was not a pleasant experience. And I guess, like, looking back at Harold and Kumar, maybe that was the joke all along. The White Castle is horrible fast food. No offense to anybody in the chat who actually likes White Castle. If you like White Castle, continue to enjoy White Castle. I am not here to shame you for your choice in fast food. I just don't like it at all. Man, I remember... Now we're talking fast food. I remember pizza at McDonald's. I enjoyed pizza at McDonald's. I thought... It's weird. Boston pizza is the closest thing to, like, the taste of McDonald's pizza. But, yeah, I remember enjoying McDonald's pizza. The only problem was it took too long to make. I miss McDonald's pizza. Yeah, me too. I wonder now, because, like, Little Caesars has a bunch of pizzas hot and ready. If McDonald's were to ever adopt that type of strategy. I don't think they will at this point. But had they gone that route, would we still have pizza at McDonald's? Oh, we're like almost top 15. Let's see if we can finally get a win today. We've come close a few times. Haven't been able to lock down the W, though. So, Randy, you guys got anything going on today? Yeah, Steph and I have, it is wine night at the in-laws' house today. So they're going to be sampling a bunch of different wines. I will stay for the food. And we also have Pokemon Go Community Day as well. We don't have a lot of time, though, because we have to go to the house early, because John's going to help me with my winter tires. Finally taking those off. I know it hasn't been winter for a little bit now, but the timing hasn't been great. We've been really busy and haven't had a chance to take care of that stuff. Alright, top 8. We can do this, guys. We can do this. We got 4 badges. We're laughing. Okay. I know it can turn in the blink of an eye, but I'm feeling good about this one. Alright, clear that. Clear that. Clear that. There we go. Okay, we'll do that. In my mind, just
Yeah, right?
Hey! Fred did... Okay, I'm gonna have... I will look at your name after this. It's starting to look kind of rough here. I just jinxed it. I said, oh, this is looking great. And now we just got hit with a ton of junk blocks. I will say your name properly, or as close to properly as I can get, as soon as we wrap this game up, and hopefully with a win. Okay. Yeah, whatever that emoji is, the send the power thing. I could use a couple of those right now. There we go. Top 3. Okay. Yep, there it is. There it is. That's what I want to see. Thank you, Frisco. Oh, no. Oh, geez. That's a terrible drop. Oh, no. We can clean this. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, we got a T-spin right here. Is that gonna... That gonna be enough, though? Okay. Top 2. Not 2. Okay. Top 2. Let's go! Oh, just hang on. There it is! Woo! Fredrido. Okay, I will call you Fred. Thank you so much for the follow. I couldn't have done this without you. Just you. Also, Super Ping Vim, what's up? Hey, man. Welcome. I'm pretty sure we've talked before. Welcome back. If we haven't, welcome. Thanks for coming by. Hope you are doing well. We just got our first W, 12 KOs. Loving it. Let me take a second to catch up with the chat here. Okay, Randy says, yesterday I saw Detective Pikachu with a couple of friends, and then we made an impromptu trip to Wonderland. Without going into spoilers, what did you think of Detective Pikachu? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? Tell me how you feel. Fred, hello. Frisco, thank you so much for the emojis. Sending all the power. I felt it coursing through my veins, right down to the thumbs. Woo, congrats. Let's go. I see we got some pride Kappa emojis there. Love it. GG. Yeah, we have. Great. How you been? It's been a little bit. What's going on with you? Happy New Year. I don't know how long it's been. Happy New Year if it's been that long. Yeah. What's going on? Give me like the one major piece of news between the last time we spoke and now. We've been hanging out. We've been talking about traveling, our different experiences in different parts of the world, things we've observed. A lot of fast food talk as well. Just about different fast food options. All right, let's get back into it though. Going to see Detective Pikachu soon. Great. I will say just in the broadest of strokes, I don't want to ruin it for anyone or set expectations too high or low. So I saw Detective Pikachu on opening night, and I will say that is all. And Wonderland. Ooh, did you get on any big rides? Overall, I enjoyed it. Don't want to say much other than that either. Great. We'll leave it at that. So Fred, I hope you enjoy Detective Pikachu when you get the chance. Alright, throwing this out to the chat. What is your favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon you can see in the background of my shot right now. You can probably take a guess at which one it is. What's your favorite Pokemon? I want to talk about the Pokemon that appear in Detective Pikachu. I have some questions relating to that, but because some people haven't seen it, not judging. We'll talk about it at a later point down the road. We'll talk about the questions specific to Detective Pikachu and the Pokemon in that movie. I rode Leviathan and started to get motion sick, then I got on the bat and tapped out afterwards. Ah. Yeah, Leviathan looks... I mean, they all look scary to me. I can't do roller coasters. I get very uncomfortable. Like, I've done Ghoster Coaster, which is like the kids' wooden roller coaster. It's like the most baby of roller coasters at the park, and I get queasy on it. Snorlax because it resembles me a lot. Oh, okay. Have you actually seen the picture? I'm on Snorlax too. Ah, is that... Yeah, I got the Snorlax in the... That Snorlax is my favorite Pokemon as well. And that's part of why we have the giant Snorlax beanbag chair here. Alright, back to the game. Love it. You guys are my people. Team Snorlax all day. Such a big, sleepy, lazy Pokemon. Oh, okay. We set ourselves up for a weird T-spin setup there. Possibly. Let's see if we can squeeze that in there. Nope. No, we cannot. Oh, jeez. Ah! Okay, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. Yeah, Snorlax, I think it is a super cute Pokemon. I have stories in Pokemon Go about catching Snorlaxes in interesting scenarios. In Pokemon Let's Go, Snorlax is one of my go-to Pokemon with the Yawn attack, just putting Pokemon to sleep. Does anyone want to try and get in the same Tetris game? I have no idea how that's even possible. And how we would even know if that was possible. I think it would be awesome if the infrastructure was there to make that happen, but I understand why it's not. But I do hope they add, like, the ability to squad up or do groups. I've heard of... There's rumors that 50v50 is on the way, and that would be great. instead of just 98 other people losing every time they play. Or every time a game played. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Uh-oh. 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 Damn it. That was really dumb. Oh man, we are 1 point short of 1,000. Uh-oh. What did you say? Fred. I can't actually see now. Frisco said, Taros, I don't know what the... Oh, is that your favorite Pokemon? I have no idea what a Taros is. I have not seen that yet. I didn't have my contacts, so I think not being able to see made me motion sick. Oh, yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, Taros, I have not seen it. Do I have my phone? And I can... Oh! I can Google it real quick. Don't send a link in the chat. Moobot will yell at you. I know the game's going right now. Taros. Nope, that doesn't look like a Pokemon at all. Okay, I have no idea what you were referencing there. But yeah, I'm glad to see Detective Pikachu doing well, and I hope it breaks the curse of bad video game movies. Like, on one hand, I want to say, like, video game movies shouldn't be that hard to make a good movie about. But I understand there's a lot of challenges to it, and I think it's only getting... I don't know his name, but it's... Oh, Tauros! Okay. Yeah, that's a good Pokemon. Can we create like a... Nope. No, we cannot. Yeah, Tauros like the buffalo. Yeah, video game movies have been historically just bad, and I think part of it is I feel like people have just used video or movies as like part of the marketing ploy for the games, or like as part of the marketing strategy, and they're just more of a big advertisement for the game than they are actually trying to tell a compelling story. That said, old video games didn't really give you much to work with. Like, Super Mario as a story, there's not much of a framework there of just like, Mario jumps on things and saves the princess. I mean, they're making a new Mario movie now. It's a CG movie, and I wonder how that's gonna fare. But just regular Super Mario doesn't give you a lot to work with. Hey, Tearful, welcome back! We're playing some Tetris 99, last day to get that skin. We were talking about traveling, our experiences traveling to different parts of the world. Currently talking about video game movies, and how we hope Detective Pikachu is like the end of the bad video game movie curse. Dude, my last 40 games, I ended up in the top 10 every game. Ah, but did you win though? I'm guessing I mean, that's a pretty good run. I'm not saying that I'm not trying to invalidate your top 10 performances if you didn't get first place, but... No, I was third once. Ah, damn. So you're close. You're like knocking on the door. It's only a matter of time. You just gotta stay on that grind. Work on dropping stuff in the fast... during the fast times, and you'll be okay. We actually just won our last... Well, we won a little earlier on stream. Not too far back from when you just joined. Let's hope it does. I had like 12 KOs as well. Aw, damn. was I gonna say? Yeah, video game movies. A lot of them just didn't give you a lot to work with as a writer, and I feel like the way video games are told now, it's actually it puts you in a weird spot, because like Uncharted is basically a movie in its current form, and would you really want an Uncharted movie? Like really, really? Like, I know people love Nathan Drake. I love some of those Uncharted games as well, but like, what could they do in a movie better than what they could do in the game? Because like, that game is basically a 12-hour movie, and if you're trying to tell an Uncharted story in only 2 hours, like, can you really do it? I don't know. It's the speed, man. I can't handle it. Yeah, definitely takes practice of just like how to move pieces along the ground and like understanding like the ground spin stuff and being able to do this stuff. I was just mashing there, but being able to be in control in that situation and drop blocks where you need them to go is definitely a skill to practice. Uh-oh. Okay. There. They can make a Tetris movie like the Emoji Movie. So, there was actually Tetris news a couple years ago. Someone signed on to do a Tetris trilogy of movies. Like, how are you going to make 3 movies of Tetris? I don't even know how you make 1 Tetris movie. And someone signed on to make 3. And we haven't heard anything about it since. Unless you guys have seen some stuff. I have not. And it was supposed to be like a sci-fi epic for whatever that means in the Tetris universe. Fortnite is a story-based game as well, so they might make a movie. Fortnite is wildly popular, and I guess there's potentially some angles on how you do a Fortnite movie, and maybe it's just like, is Fortnite just the Hunger Games the movie, or is there like a larger meta element to it with like the evolving world and stuff? I don't know. I will say that's the biggest thing I like about Fortnite. I don't really play Fortnite. It's not my cup of tea, but I love the way that game has evolved over time. With the seasons, they're constantly changing the world, constantly adding, removing items, and it's great how they continue to give players reasons to go back and play that game every day. And so, a ton of respect to Epic Games for that. Don't they dare make a Fortnite movie. Of the shooters, I think I would prefer to watch an Overwatch movie first. That they have the characters. They are slowly building out the lore with all of those Overwatch shorts. Also, we're top 3, guys. You know what it means. Give me those emoji. I don't even know. What is the name of that emoji, by the way, so I can properly refer to it? Send me your power. Please. I am begging you. Yes, please, Overwatch movie. Yes, that would be great. I think it would be great. You have the characters. You don't have to focus on, like, every single character as a major character. I think the Overwatch lore is spread out where, like, certain characters probably... Jeez, okay. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, no! That's not the drop I wanted, and we're dead. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've let you down. Unlucky. No. Imagine a PUBG movie. I've never played PUBG. I don't really know anything about the lore. I know there's frying pans you can use as weapons. Other than that, I have no idea. What would you guys want to see as a video game movie? Now, throwing that out there. I would love a GTA movie, though. I think that could be great. You've got the characters, you have the lore, you have the silly, crazy stuff. That could work. Yeah, it's crazy. They haven't made a GTA in a while. They kind of, the success of Grand Theft Auto 5 has been so monumental that they can just ride off the coattails of that game for seemingly as long as they want. I think the stat I saw is the game's now sold over 110 million copies or something nuts like that. Fantastic game, though. I haven't played it in ages. I bought it at launch on the Xbox 360, and I haven't played it since I beat the single player. I played GTA Online like once, and I didn't get into it, but I know people love GTA Online. Buy cars. I know role-playing in GTA has started to become a big thing. Or it's been a thing for a while, but now like really starting to get more mainstream attention. Or at least Twitch attention. Nah, bruh. PUBG would be Hunger Games nowadays. Okay. What other games would work well? They said something about 2021 they're going to make like a revamped GTA San Andreas. Huh. Okay. I have not played San Andreas actually, so that'd be nice. I started playing Grand Theft Auto with GTA 4. Yeah, like the original GTAs I didn't play. I bought GTA 3 on my iPhone many years ago, and I played it for 3 seconds, and then was like, wait, this is an iPhone. These touchscreen controls are horrible. I don't want to do this. But yeah, I missed GTA 3 at the time because I didn't have a PlayStation 2 or an Xbox. GTA 4 was pretty good, though. I love Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars on the Nintendo DS. That is a so underrated version of Grand Theft Auto. And Grand Theft Auto 5 is fantastic. I have original GTA now on the PlayStation Classic, which I'll have to try out a little more at some point. Dude, Watch Dogs movie would be sick. Potentially. I only played the first few hours of the first Watch Dogs, and I really didn't like it, but I've heard very good things about the second one in particular. And I conceptually, it is an interesting idea that would be very timely. The idea of just like everybody's watching you all the time, and here are different ways that you can exploit that technology to spy on people. Like, that's very much a story for the modern age. And so, yeah, I could see some interesting stuff happening in that world. How about a Tetris 99 movie? What would that be? Put your Hollywood director hats on. What's a Tetris 99 movie? Watch Dogs would be awesome. Okay. Multiple people in the chat saying that. I'm just gonna have to take your word for it. Top 15. Okay, we gotta win one for Tearful right now. Uh-oh. 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 Cool that off. Cool that off. Oh, no. No! Oh, damn it. I just needed the straight line was right there. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. We'll get back on top of the mountain. We did it before earlier this stream. We will do it again. Although we are running out of time. I've got to wrap this up soon. Hopefully we will get there again. What other games would work as a movie? Looking at my shelf, I see Until Dawn, which would be fun, but like that game is basically a horror movie. I had a weird glitch in Tetris today. If you hold your fast drop like a machine gun, it just keeps dropping blocks. Yeah, that's not happening for me, but I'm also playing on a DualShock right now. So, I wonder, what kind of controller do you play Tetris 99 with? Pro controller. Ah, okay. So, I don't know if you've noticed this. The Pro controller, at least the Pro controller I have, and I've seen this experience online by multiple people. The issue with the Pro controller for Tetris 99 is that it doesn't consistently read your inputs properly. Like, you'll be hitting left and right, and it'll accidentally trigger up or down and stuff like that. I didn't notice it. Like, Randy complained about this day one, and I was like, what are you talking about? And then he would show me the test where he would hit left and right, and it would trigger up and down sometimes, but it didn't really do that for me. And I thought, like, oh, that's just the way Randy's hitting the controller. Not to say that he's bad at games or anything like that. I thought just the particular method in which he was hitting left and right was causing it to make that issue. But playing Tetris 99 with the Pro controller made me realize, like, oh, something funky is absolutely happening with this D-pad. Where I would be trying to move left and right, and then it would just fast drop. Like, wait, what? And yeah, just moment to moment, it'll inaccurately read some of your inputs, and then in Tetris in particular, it's really bad. Like, if you're playing Hollow Knight and you're trying to walk right, and one of the inputs is up, it doesn't really change anything. But in Tetris, like, that can kill you. I'm glad you finally noticed the issue. Yeah, it's Tetris 99 that did it. I can use the Pro Controller D-pad on pretty much any other game except Tetris 99. How did you connect your DualShock to your Switch? Ooh, okay. I will show you that after this game. I'll tell you about it, and then I'll show you my adapter after this game. I use an adapter called the Mayflash Magic NS, and it's something you can buy. I bought it originally. It allows you to use, like, different controllers that are not Nintendo on your Nintendo Switch. And I bought it to use a fight stick on the Nintendo Switch. I bought the Power Rangers game, and I really wanted to play that on with a proper fight stick. But then also realized after, like, oh, I can sync my DualShock to this. And so I've been using it for Tetris 99 ever since. Yeah, you can get it on Amazon right now. I don't think it costs too much, and it works pretty well. I will say there are certain controllers that cause more lag than others. When I plug in an Xbox One fight stick into it, it's actually laggier than the PS4 one I have for some reason. I don't know why, but there's definitely more lag. With the DualShock, I've either gotten comfortable with it or don't really notice it. Uh-oh. And so yeah, if you're playing like in a tournament, then maybe you wouldn't be able to use this adapter, but just for me playing Tetris at home, this is fine. Uh-oh. Okay, can we dig our way out of this one? Although that square piece might have doomed us. Ah, there it is. Damn. Alright, so let me show you what I use. Unplug it here. So yeah, it is this thing called the Mayflash Magic NS. And so yeah, it's just a USB dongle. You plug it in, then you plug in a USB cable, plug it into your PS4, sync it once, and then you can unplug the cable and just play Tetris 99 like that going forward. So let me go and plug this back in to the dock. Hopefully I don't knock the entire Nintendo Switch over. Okay, dock back in. I will hit home button on the PS4. Oh wait, I'm gonna have to connect this. All right, we're gonna see the whole process. That's pretty easy. Here. So plugged in. Oh wait, is this on now? Oh yeah, see there. It reads it as a USB controller. And that's it. Alright, so we're going to do like 1 or 2 more games here before we go. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Thank you everyone for dropping by. Appreciate the company. We're talking about world travel video games, playing Tetris 99 on a DualShock, which I think is the better way to go. Personally, if you're not having that issue with the Pro Controller, pray to the heavens that it stays that way. My Switch, or doesn't that work? I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Oh, can I just plug my DualShock into my Switch? No, that doesn't work. You've got to have the adapter for it. And there's probably a couple of other brands that do the same thing, but you will need some sort of device to convert the signal. Great question, though. Nah. That's lame. Of course, Nintendo wants you to buy their controllers, which is why they locked that stuff down. Ooh, that was a really bad drop. And I will say, the Pro Controller otherwise is an awesome controller. It's got the motion built in there. It scans amiibos. I really like the layout. The battery life on the Pro Controller lasts forever. Versus the DualShock, which has a horrible battery life. Oh my goodness. The Pro Controller is more durable. Like my DualShock, the rubber is ripping off on both analog sticks, and the R1 button constantly gets stuck on both of my controllers. They're both launch edition, so maybe they've cleaned up some of that stuff since, but the DualShock 4 is not the most durable, not the best controller out there. I love the Xbox One controller, and I've heard the Elite controller is even better than that. But I just almost never play Xbox One. I did buy a game for my Xbox One recently, though. I should... Maybe you'll stream that at some point. Alright, throwing this out there for the chat. What is your favorite controller of all time? I have to think about that one. I used to always default to the Super Nintendo, but having held it in recent years, I feel like there are... It hurts sometimes in, like, specific contexts. Like, I'd have to think about it some more, but... I don't know if that controller would be my all-time favorite now. I love the layout and the implementation of like the shoulder buttons and the 4 face buttons. Pretty much the framework for modern controllers today. Also, I know I'm putting these blocks in really horrible spots. Bear with me. I will sort through it. Yeah, would it be? I love the Xbox 360 controller, but again, that D-pad on that one is horrible. I'm not a fan of the DualShock, just the layout of where the analog sticks are. I've never really liked. I tolerate it, but it's just not my favorite. The Wii U Pro Controller, that one's pretty good, but again, the layout on the right side is weird. I don't know what my favorite controller would be. The Pro Controller would be it might actually be the Pro Controller if the D-pad worked properly. Oh, damn. All right, guys, one more time. One more time. And then we got to get going. Oh, we were talking about... I can't remember who we were talking about Tetris with. Like, old Game Boy Tetris. You might still be in the chat. I can't remember. But yeah, let me just flash this on stream real quick. One more time. Yeah, OG Tetris, Game Boy skin. We still got ours here. I think I can play this on a DS Lite. I think the cartridge works on a DS Lite, so I can still play this in some form. Alright, game time. So yeah, before we go, thank you everybody that has dropped by today. Super Pink VM, Tearful, Frisco, Player 2 Start, X Tony. Thank you so much. Oh, dude. Weibo Knows. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. I mean, say hello in the chat if you're here, unless you want to lurk. That's cool too. But I just want to let you know, thank you. I was looking at the list to thank everybody before we go, and then I saw your name pop up. Like, did I miss it? Like, no, I was just slightly ahead of the curve. Thank you so much for the follow, Weibo Knows. Thank you, Fred, for the follow, and thank you, X Tony, for the follow, and thank you, Lemonium, for the follow as well. I might be back tomorrow, not sure. I don't think I'll be playing Tetris. If I am streaming tomorrow, it's probably not Tetris. We're going to give Tetris a little bit of a break. I think Tetris is going to be like a weekend game for us. And then weekdays we'll do other stuff. And so this week, I think Wednesday, I'll be back with Paper Mario. Continuing our playthrough. We're almost out of the flower fields, finally. Ugh. That part is such a slog. In an otherwise fantastic game. We'll continue our playthrough of that, and then, yeah, Monday, not sure. Are we gonna do Overwatch, another, like, chill hangout game, or I've still got Mortal Kombat to play. I'm not very good at Mortal Kombat. Like, I'm good enough to win, like, these entry-level online matches, but not farther than that. I don't know if that would make for an entertaining stream. I still gotta play the story mode, and I don't think that's an entertaining streaming thing either. But yeah, make sure to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. I'll let you guys know. I always post when I go live, and I'll let you know what game and everything, and I'll try and give you as much heads up as possible. At the latest, though, we'll be back, I think it's Wednesday, for Paper Mario. Ooh. Oh, jeez. But yeah, before we go, what else do you guys got going on today? Randy says he's got not much going on. Frisco, actually, I think you said not much going on today either. Anybody else? Everybody, what's going on for the rest of your day? Or rest of your night, wherever you are in the world. I'm going to finally take the winter tires off my car. It's Pokemon Go Community Day. I'm going to try and get at least one shiny Torchic. I've only got about half an hour to play, which is unfortunate, but hopefully I can get at least one shiny before we have to go. I had a concert today. Oh, dude, what concert did you see? I love music. I've got some concerts I've got coming up. Part of why my wife and I are going to London next month is we're going to see the Spice Girls in concert at Wembley. So that's going to be dope. Later this month, we've got... Or later in June, we've got tickets to see... Oh, you played in a concert. Oh, that's awesome. What instrument do you play? Instruments. Could be more than one. I've got a guitar here. I'm very bad at it. I have a ukulele here, which I'm slightly better at than guitar. But I'm still a terrible musician. So we don't play much on stream. We have played on stream, but it's not something I do often. The bass. Ah! Yes, that is an instrument I play poorly, but I have played it in the past. Bass is fun. So let me ask you... Oh, and a little harmonica. Ooh. So what's your origin story with playing the bass? Like, why did you choose to play, say, bass guitar over regular guitar? And a... Yeah, mouth harmonica. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa! What just hold on. My TV signal... Oh, hold on. Sorry, my TV signal just went out. That was oh my goodness. That could have been way worse. I know the stream didn't drop at all, but my TV did. Oh no, that was a horrible... Oh man. TV, what are you doing? Okay, that's not... We gotta run it back one more time. That was not fair. I swear, my TV just went black for like 10 seconds. One more time. One more time. Also, I'm gonna make this chat box a little bigger. Hold on. Let me make that a bit bigger. There we go. I'm so salty right now. I can't believe the TV failed. I don't understand why the TV just stopped. Like, I could hear the music. Like, the Switch didn't die. It was the TV that did. Last one. First, I played violin, but in school band thingy, I played the bass, and I thought it was more fun. Okay. I can see that. The bass is a fun instrument. I will say that much. I know. I think people don't understand that part about bass until they've played bass, that it is a fun instrument to play. I think there are a lot of people just like, oh, you're the other guitar person? What do you do? I don't hear your parts in the song. Also, did we just, like, completely screw ourselves over here in, like, the worst? Yeah, that was terrible. I swear that was not intentional. Wow, that is, like, my absolute worst finish of all time. Okay, scrap that. Don't clip that. Don't do it. Last one. I guess while we're here, while starting to wind this thing down, thank you to everyone hosting this morning. Thank you to Chris and Rachel over at twitch.tv/xdoublejump. Always appreciate the love. In case you missed it, on Friday they streamed the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. They're in the middle of the Steel Samurai case, so make sure to go check that out at some point. Shout outs to Extra Life TO, the Extra Life Guild here in Toronto. Twitch.tv/extralifeto, and shout outs to Later Levels, twitch.tv/Later Levels. Thank you all for hosting my channel this morning. I appreciate the support. Last one. I know there are times where I keep saying last one and I keep playing. I know this is a super addictive game, and this is it. Like, actually, though. But yeah, Super Ping, the instruments I play, I am a mediocre drummer. I am a bad bass player, a bad ukulele player, and a terrible guitar player. I think that's one of my biggest regrets in life, is that I passed on or avoided opportunities to learn how to play musical instruments when I was younger. I think the divide in my head, I think it just came down to like music or sports, and I chose sports. And not to say that I don't regret sports. I loved my time playing baseball and basketball, and I've been on school teams and stuff. But I wish I had those skills to play an instrument competently now. I think the one is like drummer. Like I could sit in front of a drum set and keep beat enough for your average song that I would be able to hang. But the other instruments, forget it. I am not ready for showtime. I'm bad at ukulele, and I'm not gonna use that word. You're not great at drums. Okay. Drums is definitely a different skill set of understanding how to coordinate your limbs to do different things at the same time. Are there any other musicians? I know Randy plays a bunch of instruments, and he performs a lot as well. Whoa, here we go. Super Ping, what kind of music do you perform? Rock band, metal, classical. Alright, let's go. Hopefully we do a little better on this one. I mean, I guess we can't really get any lower than 98. Well, I guess you can get 99, but that's probably going to be our all-time low performance in this game. Knock on wood. I play in a string orchestra, so classical music there, and I played 2 other bands where you play funk, rock, pop stuff. Ooh, dude, that's awesome. You sound very well versed in different styles, and that's good to have. Yeah, glad to hear that you got a lot going on musically, and that's great. Is there any instrument that you would like to learn at some point? What is the musical instrument on your bucket list? Or musical instruments, for that matter? For me, the big one is guitar. I've always wanted to be at least proficient enough. Like, I want to be good enough. Like, I don't even have big dreams of being, like, amazing at guitar. I just want to be good enough that we could be camping, and someone will have an acoustic guitar, and I could pick it up and play a song. From beginning to end. That's it. That's all I want. I'm definitely not that good yet. I can play, like, individual chords, but yeah, the chord transitions kill me. Oh, come on. Oh, we can do this. We can do this. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh man, that's... Okay, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Top 10, top 10. Let's go! For me, I want to play sax. Ah, cool. Wind instruments. That's a good one to have on the resume. My dream instrument, like, just like... I guess this is a super hipster pick. I want to learn how to play the theremin. I love the idea, like, of this, like... At this point, it's an old instrument, like, over 100 years old. Maybe in the history of music, it's not that old. It's relatively new. But the idea of playing an instrument without touching anything is incredible to me. And I always think it looks so cool. I love that sound, that sort of, like, fake violin-ish noise that the theremin makes. I've always thought was, like, so cool. And I've thought about buying it. Like, you can get one for, like, 300 bucks. But just, like, I don't... I've got multiple instruments in the house that I already play poorly. And if I were to buy instruments, more instruments, I would probably get, like, an electric drum set so I can just, like, hit some stuff. Ooh, what is a theremin? Oh, okay. You gotta Google that, like, right after this stream. It is... Oh, I'll explain it as best I can after this game. We were, like, top 3 right now, though. Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna need your power, guys. Frisco! Top 2! Alright, we gotta, like, close the door on this one. Oh, can we get that T-spin? Close it out with the T-spin double? Oh, no, he's fighting back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Just bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Uh-oh. Man, this person is fighting really hard. We ain't going down that easy, though. Okay. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Keep it simple. One at a time. And then we drop the hammer. Let's go! There it is! There, that was for you, Tearful, if you're still on the stream. Only 3 KOs! Woo! I'll take it. I'll take it. So yeah, the theremin is like this weird apparatus. It's like there's a platform, and then there's like a piece of metal that like curls going up. And with one hand, you kind of control like the... I don't even know the technical word. Like the vibration of the sound, and then with one hand you control the pitch. And so as you're raising your hand up and down, the note's going, oh, and then with this you do like the vibrato, the blah, 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 blah. And so you're just watching this person like move their hands in these formations to make a thing that sounds like a violin, and it's really cool. Let me see if I can pull up a theremin video. I'll throw it in the chat. I can't play it on stream because I don't want to get hit with the copyright. But it's an instrument that's like 100 years old, and it's very cool. I haven't even actually watched this. Oh, hold on.
Where do babies come?
Stop. Here we go. Let me throw this in the chat for you guys. Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay. So yeah, theremin. One of these days. Maybe we will have it on the stream here, and we'll theremin jam or something. I do have... Let me see if I can... Oh, my legs are numb. I was going to go pick up the ukulele, but I can't feel my legs. Ah. Also, my ukulele is probably horribly out of tune. Guitar's probably pretty out of tune as well. Hold on, let's see. Not the worst. I mean, not the greatest, but... I can actually... Hold on. I don't know if that you can hear that well on the stream. I don't know. Let me know if you guys can hear that at all. Put this down, maybe. Play some Taylor Swift for you guys. That's like the only thing I can play on this thing with any sort of consistency. And I have no idea if this sounds good or not on the... Let me mute this mic. Or mute that game. And we can just... some jam here. Oh, this is out of tune. Yeah, that's way out of tune. I can't remember. It was like do. No, what was the? I can't remember how to play the song. And yeah, this guitar is way out of tune. So today is not going to be the day. Unless you like, oh, I gotta go. Next time we'll guitar jam. But once again, thank you so much. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. We'll be back later this week. We'll continue our Paper Mario playthrough, and then we'll probably play Tetris 99 on the weekend. I like the rhythm of playing Tetris 99 on the weekend. It's a good weekend game. Just hang out, chill, get these, get that Game Boy skin, try and get these first place finishes, and make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at inthirdperson, DOTCOM on Instagram, and at inthirdperson on Twitter. And I'll post next time I go live. I try and put the schedule on the channel as well. So as you can see below, there's like a channel ticker thing, which I try and update as best I can. And I put up a schedule Monday morning on Twitter as well. So until next time, hold up. Let me play you out with a really out of... Oh, geez, that sounds terrible. We're not going to do that. All right, I'm out of here. Bye.